Going to be adding some genuine spoon parts to the Del Sol today. Welcome to Garb Car Garage. What's up, people? Welcome to another episode of Garb Car Garage. Today we're going to be installing some pretty exciting quality name brand parts on the Del Sol. But is it worth it? So we're going to be comparing this generic front strut bar that I pulled off a car at a scrapyard to this genuine Spoon Sports front strut bar. This one cost me approximately $20. This is close to $400. Is it worth it? Let's open the box, let's compare both of them, and find out if this is actually a good value. So before we open the Spoon one, let's have a quick look at the generic kind of universal one, not name brand, that we pulled off the car at the scrapyard. Now it does have a K&N logo on it, but we know this is not a K&N bar, likely some other generic company. Main portion of the bar is made of aluminum. It's adjustable, as you can see by the threaded nuts on there on both sides. These joints allow us to pivot it up and down. All in all, the construction of this isn't bad. I wouldn't say this is a poor quality part. It is rusting pretty good on the ends. Would I put this on my car? Yes, I originally pulled this to put it on the Del Sol, but being able to get my hands on the Spoon one, let's see if I made the right choice. All right, so let's unbox this. Very, very well packaged inside. So we have the actual bar itself. Instructions are in Japanese, and we have the heavy duty end plates. All right, let's open this package and see what's inside. So it's a lightweight aluminum bar. Like, this is exceptionally light. We have Allen key bolt on the end, and that will put us into our tangs here. Instructions, for those of you who can read Japanese, these will be very helpful. For those of you who can't, the pictures are super pixelated. The bottom instructions are for a completely different bar. It looks like a rear sway bar. So we're going to call these absolutely useless. So it looks pretty straightforward. Remove bolt, they sit directly in here, and it goes into the strut towers. Can't be any simpler than that. All right, so let's get the mount on the strut bar, and then we'll lay these two side by side and see which one looks better. I think we all know the answer to that one anyways. Now I am going to leave the blue on until we're ready to mount it, just because I don't want it to get scratched in any way. Now I'm not going to crank these things down, we'll just snug them. That way we don't have to loose them off again when we're mounting it. Both of the mounts are snugged up enough where we still have oscillations in them, but where they're together. So let's put these things side by side, have a look at them, and then I'll give you my honest opinion on whether I think one is worth more than the other. Visually, shape-wise, they're similar. We can tell that this K&N or the knockoff one was designed with more of a universal fit in mind. I think it's meant for either an EG or an EK, which is why it can be lengthened. The metal on it is much thinner than the extremely thick aluminum. The welds are kind of sloppy, a lot of popcorn going on in them, whereas the TIG welds on the aluminum bar from Spoon are extremely clean. The difference, I mean, without having a scale here, there is a huge difference in weight on both of these bars. I mean, visually, if the other one was cleaned up, I don't think it would look that bad. That being said, the Spoon bar looks a lot better. Does it look $400 better? It's hard to say. That being said, just being able to say I have Spoon parts on my car, to me, that's worth it. So that is the second Spoon part that will be on the Del Sol in addition to the steering wheel. I am very happy with it. I think it was worth the money considering how expensive Spoon is and kind of the level of prestige it has with its parts. So I'm super excited to get this on the car. So let's head out to the garage. We'll get this thing bolted up in the car, we'll get the blue shield removed off of it, and hopefully it's going to look as good on the car as it does on the bench. So this is going to be a pretty straightforward install. We have two 14mm bolts that are on top of the strut towers, and then we've got the 7mm Allen key bolt that's used to tighten down the spoon strut bar once we've got it in place. Now, we've got this car on the ground, so we do not need to worry about taking the bolts off of the strut tower. The struts are not going anywhere. We'll get this bar on. Hopefully it clears everything. We'll tighten it back down, and we'll see how it looks. We have a perfect fit. It clears every component that we needed to clear. Well, we'll tighten it down, we'll see if it clears the hood, and we'll go from there. Now we're really just going to hope the hood closes. We're going to tighten down the strut bar, tighten down those Allen keys on the edges of it, and this thing is going to be ready to rock and roll. So let's just snug up the edge of the strut bars. All right, last step, let's remove the blue plastic. Okay. Now this is looking like the hardest part of the whole job. The strut bar is on and it looks amazing. There's just no comparison for a genuine spoon part with how it fits, the construction quality, and how it looks once it's installed on the vehicle. Would that scrapyard would have looked good if we spent the time cleaning it up, repainting it, buffing the aluminum? Sure, it probably would have looked just fine. In fact, I might keep it for another build down the road. But the actual strength, the rigidity, the weight of this spoon strut bar, it's just a extremely high quality piece, and I'm very happy to have it on the car. This part is a 10 out of 10, worth the money. If you're looking to put together a track show build on your Honda, you can't go wrong with spoon parts. So I want to thank everyone for taking the time to watch today. I hope I maybe helped you make the decision to get spoon parts on your Honda. I mean, if you can afford them, throw them on. They're definitely worth it. All the music you hear in the background is a DJ Smokey exclusive. You can catch them on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Spotify. Stick around for more content. The Del Sol should be starting to make some big appearances into the videos. We'll be back with Garber 2 content, the Subaru, and a lot more stuff for you too. So again, thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.